Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you on today's episode? Sorry, I'm talking a bit too quick, aren't I? So what do we have for you on today's episode? We have Taylor Lorenz. She's back again. It's a clip of Taylor Lorenz. She's on CNN, of course. Wouldn't expect her to be anywhere else unless it's MSNBC and the like. Here she is trying to convince people again that she isn't actually 700 years old, when we all know that she is 700 years old. So she's gone on to CNN, and this is in regards to Libs of TikTok. She has a vendetta against Libs of TikTok because Libs of TikTok is simply posting the TikToks of the leftists themselves. Now, leftists in the public sector are probably kicking themselves a bit because I think they felt supremely confident in their ability to... I think they thought they had the culture war won. I think the left thought they had it won to the point where they could just come out with it. Yeah, they could just say it. So Libs of TikTok, all she did was post their TikToks. Okay, so Taylor Lorenz is coming along now, and she's saying, well, I only did what I did, and you know what she did to Libs of TikTok. She goes, she's going to say, I only did what I did because foreign actors. This is the new phrase, quote, foreign actors. What the hell does that mean? Yeah. Other than Russian collusion, which is, you know where they're going with this. It's like the left, the Democrats, it's like they think there's a Russian under every bed. The amount of dehumanization they've done to that actually quite noble race. Right, Russians are actually pretty good people. Putin's war aside, and that is bad news. Nobody's saying that's a good thing, of course. I don't think we should even get involved either, but I'm just saying that Russian people have been dehumanized a lot, yeah? And it's because of things like this, foreign actors this and foreign actors that. So let's get into the clip. If you haven't yet though, please like the video, subscribe to the Hoggcast, hit the notification bell, and share the video around. Also have a membership scheme which you can join. There is a join button next to the subscribe button. I have 9 amazing, beautiful members who honour and humble me that they support the Hoggcast in the way that they do in this quiet little corner of the internet, because we are shadow banned and deboosted, because we are conservative commentators. Let's go. Okay, the clip's only a minute long, so we'll do the thing where we play it through. You can watch it in its entirety, 1 minute of it, and then we'll play it again, go back, play it again, and I'll stop it intermittently, well, quite frequently actually, to make the points that I want to make, because it just irritates me.
I think it's rare to see an account gain so much prominence so quickly and be shaping these narratives in such an effective way, especially against trans people. My story was kind of long, but I really wanted to make the case like why this account mattered. And I think it's incredibly important, as someone that covers the influencer industry, to know who is exerting influence in this way. I mean, for all we knew, this could have been a foreign actor, right? Or someone we just didn't know. And so I thought, hey, look, this account has massive power, massive influence. This woman is basically on an entire right-wing media tour. She gave interviews to the New York Post, Tucker, all of that, and registered as a media company, registered a trademark. So yeah, I thought it was quite important and in the public interest to find out who was running it.
Yeah, I wanted to, then stops herself and says, well, I thought it was important to. You wanted to destroy her. That's what you wanted to do, okay? You will see a couple of words keep coming up there. Power and influence. Influence and power. And Taylor Lorenz is supposed to be a technology journalist. I mean, how absurd is it? When was the last time Taylor Lorenz, the technology journalist, gave us an update on some new software, an app or something? Yeah? Instead, she makes a living out of targeting people online. Anyway, look, we'll go back, we'll play it again, and then we'll stop it intermittently because there's some points I want to make. Sorry, I lost my train of thought then, because look at this, look at how smiley and happy she is. These people, they don't care. They don't have any remorse. They don't have any sense of self-reflection to be able to understand that what they're doing is why people are upset with them. They don't get it. Over to the red woman.
I think it's rare to see an account gain so much prominence so quickly and be shaping these narratives in such an effective way, especially.
So Libs of TikTok is not shaping any narratives. Again, all she is doing is showing the world, vis-a-vis the silent majority, what you leftists are saying yourselves. All we're doing is showing the world what you leftists are saying yourselves. So there is no framing of a narrative. The only narratives that are being framed is from yourself. You are literally trying to frame a narrative here. Okay, and she says about all the traction that Libs of TikTok has gotten. The reason why is because people actually care about these things. The conservative movement and right-wing people in general are fighting back in the culture war now. That doesn't mean physically, and I have to preface that because you know what the left are like. They will make what I said, what you said, what anyone said. They will make it fit their narrative. So when I say fight back, I mean in the culture war. Yeah? And conservatives have given, over the last generation, since the start of the 21st century, conservatives have given so much ground across the West. We've just lost with grace everywhere. Right? You've pushed us back to our front doors. Right? Now you're in our houses, talking to our children about things, I'm sorry, we don't want you to. Okay? It's taken that for the conservatives to start pushing back. That's how Libs of TikTok has gained all that traction. That's how.
Against trans people. My story was kind of long, but I really wanted to make the case like why this account mattered. And I think it's incredibly important, as someone that covers the influencer industry, to know who is
covers. This is a person who is apparently a technology journalist who makes their living trying to destroy the living of other people. I am only shadow banned because of people like Taylor Lorenz. When this channel was half the size, when I had like 1,000 subscribers, I got 30,000 views a month. Now it's lost by a factor of 10. It's about 3,500. Yeah, that's the fruits of their labour. That's what they do. They don't want people listening to me. They don't want people listening to you. They want you to live your life listening to the Taylor Lorenz of the world, right? There's not an ounce of integrity in this woman's body.
Exerting influence in this way. I mean, for all we knew, this could have...
In exerting influence. So if you read in between the lines of what these leftists say, because you have to, it's very hard to take what they say on face value. You have to look in between the lines. So influence is the problem here. She is posting, this is Libs of TikTok, is posting the videos that the leftists have put up themselves. And by that, showing the world what's happening, she's gaining, quote, influence. Why would this person go after Libs of TikTok? Influence in the culture war.
Could have been a foreign actor, right? Or someone we just didn't.
Could have been a foreign actor. So even though everyone knows, and this person is supposed to be the investigative journalist, even though everyone knew that Libs of TikTok was not only a woman, right, but an American woman, yeah, this person here, like Taylor Lorenz, wants to try and convince you that she was only doing this because it might be a foreign actor. It might be those Russians. This is what happens when you have no soul, yeah? You will just lie. You will just look at someone and lie. The problem with the left is they are so committed to the culture war that they refuse to give ground on anything. And if you're going to fight a culture war, I suppose that is an admirable tactic. But for the longest time, the only people who have actually been fighting it have been the left. Conservatives are like, oh, just fine, go away. Yeah? But they're not going to go away. As I said earlier, they've followed you to your house. Right? And just look at just look. I just don't like the whole, it's that Starbucks, it's the whole look, isn't it? It's that Starbucks, millennially, even though she's not a millennial, which she wears loads of makeup to try and make herself look like one. She's actually about 700 years old, believe it or not. But it's just that smug kind of, I'm better than you, I'm sophisticated, I'm this, I'm that type of look, type of attitude. that comes with the Taylor Lorenz of the world.
No. And so I thought, hey, look, this account has massive power, massive influence. This woman is...
So that's the second, there it is again. Massive power, influence. Now do you see why she's going... The so-called technology journalist is concerned about the, quote, influence that a private citizen had online. Is that journal? And that's essentially what she's just said. Is that really journalism? Is that what journalists do? Yeah.
Basically on an entire right-wing media tour. She gave interviews to the New York Post, Tucker, all of that, and registered as a media company.
Good. I hope Libs of TikTok, I hope she turns your failed attempt at destroying her into success. I honestly do. Because that would piss you off, wouldn't it?
Trademark. So, yeah, I wanted to... I thought it was quite important and in the public interest to find out who was running it.
So there are several arguments against your article. One is that this person's identity was simply not newsworthy. That it doesn't matter.
So there you see. On these two, you see, if they're reliable sources right there, this is what gets me. This is a show called Reliable Sources. And Brian Stelter, who is one of the least reliable hacks on the airwaves, has invited on Taylor Lorenz, an equally loathsome person, onto the airwaves, unreliable, and this is being broadcast on CNN, the most unreliable name in news, right? And see, look at at reliable sources. So this is supposed to be something that's reliable. This is supposed to be someone that you can trust because they are reliable sources. It says it there, look. It says it up there again, look. CNN, the most trusted name in news. Down here, look, in the bottom right. Again, it says reliable sources. Just in case you didn't know that this is reliable sources, it says it 3 times. Yeah, 111. Yeah, look at the I can't remember what they're called. The bars, the wording, Chiron. I think it's that is such an American word, Chiron. Yeah. So look, it says it down here. Not there's anything wrong with American words. So I use them myself. So WAPO examines anti-alphabet plus narratives on social media. There wasn't any narratives. There was no narrative. She was showing the world what you are actually doing. You leftists, the left, what you're doing. It's such a strange dichotomy. It's like you're allowed to do what you want to our families, but we're supposed to feel guilty for standing up for ourselves. I mean, I don't know what it is. Conservatives are supposed to feel bad for existing. That's the vibe you get from these guys. Yeah. So yeah, we'll leave it there. You know, Mr. Reliable Sources. I mean, who could ever disagree with Brian Stelter? Huh? Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.